Hi, this is MrAndrew5678, and today we are going to talk about Siri. She is your humble virtual assistant, as she says, and she can help you get things done just by asking. First off, the iPhone 4S box is pretty nice. Just a basic iPhone box, a little nice. You have the white version, 16 gigabyte, $199. Also, like I said, and we're going to talk about Siri, show you what she can do. But first off, Siri can do so much right now on the iPhone 4S. She can do a number of things, but iOS 6 will be released this fall, and she will be able to do a lot more. We will talk about that and what she can do with iOS 6 in a little bit. Also, on June 11th, that was just a couple days ago, Apple had their WWDC Worldwide Developers Conference, and they announced a few things. We're going to go over that real quick. They announced a new MacBook Pro with the Retina display starting at $21.99. They also announced OS X Mountain Lion, which is the next major release of the Mac operating system. And that will be released in July. They have not made a date yet, but all the information of that can be found on apple.com. And the price for that from last year, the last operating system, which was Lion, was priced at a good $29.99, but they priced it even cheaper at a $19.99. So very cheap to download Mountain Lion, which will be only available by a digital download on the Mac App Store. And lastly, they announced iOS 6, which is the next major release of iOS, which is for the iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. All that information of the new stuff is on apple.com. You can find out all the information about that on their website, or you can go to apple.com/iOS 6, and it should take you directly to iOS 6. So let's start off with Siri. Siri can do so much right now, so let's get to it. First off, she can help you find information. So let's say you were home doing homework and you had to do homework on, let's say, Michael Jackson. You could ask her, who is Michael Jackson?
I don't see Michael Jackson in your contacts. Did you mean a
Google Michael Jackson.
searching the web for Michael Jackson?
And then she'll take you right to the internet and pulled up his whole thing right there, as you can see. Pretty cool. Next on our list, she can schedule meetings for you. Schedule a meeting on Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Okay, I set up your meeting for tomorrow. Are you ready for me to schedule it?
Go ahead and confirm it.
Okay, it's on your calendar for tomorrow.
See, very easy to do that. Schedule a meeting. You also can cancel them all just by asking her to cancel the calendars. Next on our list, she can send an email. Send an email to Dad.
What's the subject of your email?
Hi.
Okay, what would you like the email to say?
How are you doing today?
Here's the email message to Dad.
And you see, it pulls
Ready
it
to
up.
send it?
Just cancel that.
Okay, I won't send it.
But you could just send it just by using your voice. Next on our list, she can also find a contact. So if you're like me and you have hundreds of contacts in your phone, you could just ask Siri to pull up the contact and just tap on the number or the email to email them or to call them, or also you can send a text right from Siri. So let's see. Show me Dad's contact.
Okay, here's the contact.
And then you can see right there. It's right there. And you could just tap on the number to call or the email. Next on our list, she can also set an alarm. Wake me up on Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Okay, I set it for 11 a.m.
And you see she set it, and you can go right to clock in your app, and you can see she put the alarm there. You can also cancel the alarms as well just by asking her Siri. Next, she can give you directions. Give me directions to Ocean City, Maryland.
Here are directions directions to Ocean City.
And she'll pull up maps for you and tell you it's from where I am. It would take 3 hours and 5 minutes. That's 155 miles by driving. And then if you took a bus, it just says transit directions cannot be found because you probably won't be able to take a bus. And by walking, it'll take 2 days and 8 hours. So I advise if you're going to go to Ocean City to drive there because it'll take twice as long if you walk, which most people don't do. Next on our list, she can also set reminders. Remind me to pick up my dry cleaning tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Here's your reminder for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Shall I create it?
Confirm that.
Okay, I'll remind you.
And an alert will come up on your phone at the time, or you can also set up a geofence, which will come up if you say when I leave. So say you scheduled a reminder to remind you when you leave work to do something, it'll set a geofence up around where you work, and when you leave, when you come out and you're leaving, it'll pop up on your phone, but you also can set it for a specific time as well. Next, she can send a text. Let's see. Send a text to Dad.
What do you want to say to Dad?
Hi.
I updated your message.
As you can see.
Ready to send it?
Just cancel that so I don't want to send it.
Okay, I won't send it.
But you also can just send it. Next on our list, she can also check the weather, which will be a big deal for some people. What's the weather?
Here's the weather for today through this Sunday.
And it pulls up the weather forecast, but you also can ask Siri for the weather around the world. What's the weather going to be in China tomorrow?
You will need an umbrella in Beijing City, China.
So you can see that she told you it's going to be raining tomorrow, but it will be warm. She told you to make sure you have an umbrella if you are going to Beijing City, China. Next, she can check the stocks for you, any stock you want. So let's check Facebook stocks. Check Facebook stocks.
Facebook closed up today. $31.91.
So she can check it. Also for Apple. What is Apple's stocks?
Apple closed at $587.41 today.
You can see that. Next, you can set a timer. So say you put something in the oven, you want to be reminded to take them at a certain time. Set my timer for 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes and counting.
And you can see, it pulls up a little counter right there, and it'll go off after the amount of time you set it for. So that is what Siri can do right now. Next, with iOS 6, Siri can also now, with iOS 6, that is coming this fall, announced by Scott Forstall on June 11th, Siri can answer questions about sports, football, soccer, baseball, etc. She can also, as Scott Forstall put it, she is somewhat of a movie buff. So you can ask her about movies and people playing in movies. She'll pull up that information for you. She is very negotiable about restaurants. So she is very knowledgeable, about restaurants. So she knows a lot more about that. You can ask her about certain restaurants, where a good place is to eat. You can also set reservations. Make sure if you do, you have the app downloaded on your iOS device called OpenTable, because that is the app that will make the reservation through Siri. Next, the last one that a lot of people are going to like, if you do currently own the new iPad generation, the iPad 3, that was announced this year, Siri will be coming to the new iPad this fall with iOS 6. So that will be good for those people who only own an iPad, the new iPad, but don't own an iPhone, but they want Siri. So that, like I said, Siri will be on the new iPad this fall. So that wraps up my little detail on Siri. And please like and comment, and more videos to come. Thank you.